Hi everybody, it's Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. I'm here with Jeannie's Palette, Funky Junk Inspiration, and Mary from The Painted Peach, and we're going to do some ornaments today. I have 3 different ornaments. The first one is a wood round, the kind, you know, like it's a tree branch round. I guess that's what you call it, wood slice. And I'm putting some white plaster Waverly chalk paint on the center of these, on four of them, and on 2 others I'm just going to do a wreath type paint on each one of those. So I'm making these ornaments for the Christmas market, as well as to give away as gifts. Those are the things that I like to do. So I take those, and on the other side I'm going to make a wreath on each one of these, and I end up painting all of them except for the 2 that I do wreaths for, fully white. The wreath didn't come out as well as I'd like it to, but it's okay. It's a different kind of ornament. It's handmade. So I take some gold paint. It's Deco Art. I think it's gold something. G. It starts with a G. Anyway, I make some lines around the wreath there with that wee bottle, yogurt bottle lid top, and then I paint some leaves, just freehand leaves, around the edge of that gold that I just put on there. And then I'm taking some red and putting some dots on with that stylist tool that you can get from Dollar Tree. I have a lot of these, so that's a good thing. And so I do that on 2 of them. And I added some other leaves that were a lighter green, so it wasn't all just one color green. It had some dimension to it. And I don't believe you can tell that on this video, but it does make it change a little bit. So I do that with 2 of those wood slices. Oh, I took a little cup and used the edge of it and put it around also, so I could have some more gold. Now on the other 4, I'm going to use some angels on one side and churches on the other side. And that's why I painted it all white, because I'm decoupaging those on to the ornament. These are minis from Decoupage Central, and I love them. They're beautiful, and I love the vintage look of them, because they are so light and what do I want to say? Cloudy, I guess, is what you want to say. Not bright, but so anyway. So I use my own decoupage medium. I do not use the MP. I use 2 parts glue and 1 part distilled water, and that works fine for me. Then I dry those up, and I decided I want to put a little gold ring on each one of those. So we're going to put a gold ring on each one of those places where the make it a little fancier on those angels. And the other side, I'm going to do the churches. Oh, and I'm I put on twine on each one of those, and then I decide to do the backs. And so here's the churches going on. On the back of the wreath ones, I tried to do something different, and I decided to make a hand-painted poinsettia, or poinsettia, whichever you want to call, however you want to call that. And so that's the next thing. I'm still using that gold to go on. So I use that smaller cup and do the lines around them closer to each of those angels. And now I'm going to do those poinsettias. I'll just have you watch that. Okay, so I put the little gold in the middle of those. I think they look great. So the next group of ornaments I'm going to make are stencils. I've taken and I've done 12 wood rounds. They didn't come with a hole, so I'm having to drill a hole in each one of those. I've painted each side with plaster, chalk paint, and sanded the edges off pretty good. And so the next thing we're going to do is do some stenciling. And this is what I like to do, putting all the different colors out that I want to use, the green, the red, the blue, the gold, and the silver. And I also add yellow after a while. And I just have my little stencil brushes out, and I'm just going to stencil on some of these little ornament things that I have from Essential Stencil. I'm going to be doing front and backs of these little rounds, but I'm just going to show you a couple of the stencils, the way they turned out, and the colors that I use. I use different colors on a couple of them as well, so they're not all one color. Now I'm filling in the bridges. The bridges are those parts that keep the stencil put together, and it makes it so that it isn't easy to break apart. And if you didn't have bridges in your stencil wouldn't work. So I'm only closing in the bridges on this Joy to the World. On the other ones, I decided not to close the bridges and just leave them the way they are. And we'll do some extra fun stuff around instead. I'm using the gold paint, and I'm making a border around it. This helps it to keep it a strong ornament instead of having it just a white ball or disc on your tree. I'm using some red and white twine that came with the wood slices. I have a lot of this, so I just use what I have on my table at the time. And that is our first ornament. I'm going to do the back side with the same. Oh, I don't do the back side. Okay, I do a different one, but I do different colors on it. And so I did it with blue and Joy to the World, and then I covered up with the black on the edging. So I'm going to go to the next one and just keep doing those things. You see where I changed the colors on this one ornament to be a little bit different than the first one I did. I'm not going to have you watch all of the different ornaments that I've stenciled on there, so I'm just going to go quickly through to the next group here. This is the last one I'm going to do. It's called Believe. And then I'll show you the pile of ornaments I now have. And I'll put those with the cording on them, and they will look great. Here's the pile. They all look fun, festive. They're not all complete. Here's the other ones. That was the one side the wreath, one side the poinsettia. And here is 2 angels and 2 churches. Thank you so much for watching our playlist. You can check us out at Take 5 on Facebook or right here on YouTube. Thanks, it's Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa.